So we know this game has Maeda Jun's story. Lots of Yuri stuff. But how exactly do we play it? In Heaven Burns Red, we're not polling for the characters, we're polling for the skins. Each new skins comes with a new set of abilities. This can also be used by the other version of the same character, except the exclusive skill. Well, at least until you finish the introduction. The skin will have its own stats. This, however, will be independent from each version, but not the level. The level will be shared between the same character. You can increase the stat by doing tiers dungeon, buying boosters from the store, or crafting accessory. This is where the fun begins. Oh wait, I should have talked about the role first. But before that, we need to talk about our enemies. This is our enemies. They have 2 bars of health, DP and HP. Unlike our playable characters, they don't have many stats. They only have one singular stat, and we players like to call that enemy's border. Your defensive stats need to be higher than the border to reduce the incoming damage. Same thing goes for the offensive stats. Okay, back to the role. There are 7 roles in this game, but because of the Memoria system, one person can be more than one role at the same time. Booster is your first way of powering up. You buy them from Mary, but she will hide them from you, so you will have to clear the story first. About what you should buy, simply get the highest strength for your DPS or whatever stat that your DPS scales off, because everyone can be DPS if you try hard enough. Then what about the others? Well, just raise their vitality and spirit to the highest that you can. Those are the 2 stats that help you survive. That's it. Your first few accessories will come from the flashback battles. You can do whichever you want, it doesn't matter. Better accessories will be unlocked further into the story. You can craft them from the cat. There is a cat in this game, and you cannot pet it. What the f? Where do you get the materials though? Gem flashbacks. You can get different type of gems from different type of bosses and then use them to make your accessories. But what should I make first, you might be asking. It is best to craft any of the earrings first until you can get the plus 0.2 KDP for all of your team members. They will be your only way to increase your DP. Next, you would want to craft multiple sets of bracelets. But why multiple? Because we have an overdrive system. The bracelets enhance your basic attack with a specific element, allows you to generate overdrive. And if the boss resists that element, you are dead. After that, you can craft whatever you want. The order doesn't really matter. Same thing for the charms. You craft the defensive one first and then offensive, because surviving is the name of the game. Now you have equipped yourself with a decent enough stats. It's time to move to the next stage. There are 2 types of dungeon. The elemental dungeons and tiers dungeons. This one gives you elemental rings that will increase your damage further. Well, except the gold one, that one gives you money. Every dungeons also gives you aqua embers and sunshines. These 2 are used to unlock and reroll your substats that you see on your accessories. But they are not why I put this as the last one. It's a tiers dungeon. These suckers has 50 stages. They are at least twice as long as a normal dungeon. The enemies are way stronger than the normal one. There's mini-boss each 3 stages. But that's not what makes it annoying. It's the fact that there are too many mini-bosses resist to slash. And on top of that, the tier that you collected, they are all randomized. So on a bad day, you can clear the entire dungeon and get none of the tiers that you need for your team. I'm begging. First, you need to pick your DPS, whoever you want except the free Ruka. Just don't use her. Next, you pick a healer or a defender. The point here is to keep your team alive until your DPS can one-shot the enemy, or at least try to one-shot the enemy. After that, you pick a debuffer, ideally someone that can apply both vulnerability and defend down. For the rest, pick all buffers that you have available, but do not pick two people with the same type of buff. Especially, do not pick two crit buffer,
or I will be at your door.
You will have to swap someone in and out for blaster and breaker. Depends on the boss fight, but generally this should be good enough for you to clear most of the content for now. Orbs are the last thing that you should care about. They are generic skills that can be used by anyone in your team. Just equip them with the orb and then you can use the skill. There are only like 4 of them that you really need to care about. Critical thinking, concentration, skillful, and driving force. The rest are useless. To master the orb skill, you will need to clear orb bosses until the bar reach 100%. And you cannot increase the bar by any other means. But don't do it right now. The farming will become much better in the future. And there we go. That's all you need to know to get stronger in Heaven Burns Red. Remember to do the arena while you're sleeping. They will get you a lot of GP and a lot of drops. So don't forget. And one last thing, if you are new to the game, there are 3 banners right now that you can pull. The Blaster banner is 2 RNG, so don't pull for it. Sarah is good, but only for Ice Team. If you don't have an Ice Team, do not pull for her. This one is where you should pull for. Mua is the best healer that we have right now. Her tactical vision buff is unique, nobody has it. And Yosuha is a really good fire buffer, so even if you lose the gacha, it's really not that bad. And after you pull both of them, you still have points to buy Sarah. So in my opinion, this is where you should be spending on. Oh, and if you want to spend money, this one is really good too. That's it for now. Bye.